Welcome to the maiden edition of NASS This.
And what he is praying now is that if this scenario
that he of Kano State
will be given priorities and so that at the end of
Welcome to NASS This Week. You can follow, share, and like our programs at EkoHotBlog. My name is Comfort Olayinka. On Tuesday, Honorable Kadijah Bukar moved forward the urgent need to address the recent attack on the executive governor of Yobe State, called on the relevant security agencies to ensure more personnel are deployed to the region to maintain security.
Concerned that despite the ongoing efforts by security agencies, the insurgents have re-strategized and there has been an alarming resurgence of attacks. Resolve: 1. Call on the security operatives to improve on their current operations in the area and the whole region to forestall such attacks in the future. 2. Urge the security operatives to be liaising with traditional rulers to utilize local intelligence.
On Wednesday, Honorable Emmanuel Ukpong Udo moved for the Nigerian Correctional Service to be summoned to account for inmates that escaped from Kuje Custodial Facility. Honorable Tolulope Akande Shadipo moved for the need to construct pedestrian bridges along Lagos Ibadan Expressway. On Thursday, Honorable Adewunmi Oriyomi Ononuga moved for the need to investigate the abandoned Shagamu independent power project and restore electricity supply to Shagamu communities.
The House is cognizant that the Shagamu Agbara industrial complexes in Ogun State contribute 10% VAT annually to the federal government revenue coffers, ranking fourth after Lagos, Oyo, and Rivers states. The House is worried that the federal government is neglecting opportunities to provide stable electricity to a vital area despite its potential to boost revenue, increase production, and reduce costs, resulting in revenue loss and potential negative impacts on the local economy. The House resolves to mandate the Committee on Power to investigate the abandonment of the Shagamu IPP project and the withholding of 2 MVA transmitters by the Transmission Company of Nigeria.
Now the Senate. Commotion hit Senate as Senator Abba Moro emerges new Senate Minority Leader. Senator Moro of the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) was announced as the new Minority Leader. He replaced Senator Simon Watwan, representing Plateau North, under the platform of the PDP, who was sacked by the court on October 23.
In this Senate, and the PDP will take 3 of the seats. The next party is Labour Party with 7 senators, and we get nothing. That is unfair, that is unjust, that is inequitable, and is against the spirit of the Nigerian Constitution.
I'm in total sympathy with Labour Party. I'm in total sympathy with the minority parties, SDP, and I think they have other parties. So if this is, because I'm dealing with documents in my front, I have majority out of the total majority, not just ordinary majority. So that is PDP for you. So your point of order is noted.
On Wednesday, the Nigerian Senate passed the medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper, a set of assumptions that will be used to prepare the country's budget over the next 3 years. The upper chamber approved the document with a borrowing plan of 7.8 trillion naira for 2024, 9 trillion naira deficit, and federal government total expenditure of 26 trillion naira.
It means 60 billion or 60 million.
It's about $60 billion direct investment into the country. Is to bring down the price of these dollars. If we continue to work on what is available now, because this that we are seeing is temporary. At a point, the dollar got at the parallel market was at $1,300, and at a point it came down back to about $900. That shows the government is doing something. I don't want us to be preemptive. I agree with you that the price as it's currently where is not too good for us, and the Senate President have said it. This price is dragging up market prices of every item that we are buying. So the only thing we can show to the entire world that we are determined and resolute to bring down the prices of this dollar is to sustain it at a level in which all of us will be hopeful that something is going to happen. Because if we take it to 900 and work with 900, that means what we are doing is that if at a point it's going to 2,000, 1,000, there will be nothing to offer. So I want to plead to our colleague that let's stay at this benchmark and let's work hard to ensure that it goes even lower at the end of the day.
Cost of production varies from place to place. Ours in the oil industry is, of course, no doubt the highest in the world. Why? Insecurity and other issues that government is not able to provide. And therefore, they build in so much into the cost of production. What they do in the real cost, in the real production, is not different from what is done elsewhere. It's very sensitive. And I will not advise that we simply say they should go and reduce. We should find a way of making it possible for engagement to know exactly what can be done.
A bill seeking to give legal backing to establish the Bitumen Development Commission of Nigeria on Thursday passed the second reading on the floor of the Senate. Sponsor of the bill, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, said the piece of legislation seeks to provide a legal framework for the promotion of research, study and exploration, development and utilization of locally sourced bitumen in Nigeria.
We have here, then need for the establishment of the Act. Why do we need the Act? Number one, we need the Act because we have to prevent unconventional sources taking advantage of a recharge enhanced application over competitors. Two, Nigeria has been unable to develop the industry despite enormous, often said narrative, government diversify economy, government policy, but the fact remains that bitumen is quite critical, and of course this economic need it. I will not have need to bring this one, but for the fact that the Petroleum Act itself did not even mention bitumen. So the Petroleum Act excluded bitumen, and that is the need. We need to have this. You remember the gas, where it was separated from petroleum. We were able to have a lot of animal resources because the gas was developed.
The country, there's the rush to always go out to import. And so we neglect what we have and we neglect to develop seriously those things that we have. And bitumen is one of them.
At the public hearing, I'm very sure the experts, those in the petroleum sector and in the construction industry, will avail the relevant Senate committees and the National Assembly by extension of their expertise and their views as to whether any of the functions that are sought to be performed by this body is already covered by any existing legislation. And in that case, it may very well be that at the end of it, it may end up to be an agency or whatever. But that's a determination that we at this stage, in my view, cannot make.
We've come to the end of today's edition of NASS This Week. Join us same time next week. Bye for now.